Now, the rise in car thefts is declining in some towns in our area, and that includes Brighton. The police department there says they're hopeful it's in connection to the use of expedited appearance tickets. It's a technique used more frequently by local law enforcement agencies. Natalie Kutchko joins us in the studio now with more on this news. Natalie.
Back in June, we reported Brighton police, along with other local agencies, started issuing the expedited tickets more often as a way to hold suspects and repeat offenders accountable in these cases. Instead of returning to court after a few weeks, they would be required to show the very next day. In the last few months, Brighton has issued a few dozen of these. The police department hopes to credit that process for minimizing these crimes. Sergeant Keith Woodard with Brighton Police says the city of Rochester and Monroe County as a whole hit a peak in the month of June for stolen vehicle crimes. The town of Brighton is starting to see that trend come down.
I would think that there's less opportunity, especially if these kids are being held accountable, on the probation and the family court end, and hopefully at home. I mean, that's the whole goal.
With the increased use of expedited appearance tickets by local law enforcement, including Brighton PD, suspects are required to return to court the next day.
I think just the basic sheer volume of crime and arrests, and the public wanted something done. Something needed to change, and that was one of the tools that wasn't so widely used necessarily before.
While police say accountability is a priority, they also believe the behavior of offenders has become accepted.
I think we've normalized this behavior so much over the last few years that it's difficult. It's really difficult to tell. Hopefully it has something to do with that process.
Now, in June, and according to Brighton Police, some suspects were released from the Monroe County Juvenile Detention Center over capacity issues. Back then, a spokesperson for the county said that was false and capacity was not a problem, adding suspects are typically relocated to other facilities in the state, but not released over capacity. We have reached out to the county for an update on this. They stand by that statement and say capacity is not currently an issue at the juvenile detention facility. In the studio, Natalie Kutchko, News 8.